Hola, from the last video, one diamond, two diamond, one diamond, two diamonds. This is the way they have to connect. The reason why we need this hexagon is because we have to create the nest. Then we go from here to here, okay, over here. Then we go from here to here, and here to here. These will connect this way. Then on this one, we'll go here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. This is how these will all connect. This is what they become. Almost looks like Virginia, the big mountains, Colorado. This is what they become. Then in between, they join. They join each other. And at the same time, we have this separation, okay? And I'm going to keep this separation for now. But take a look at this. It's the same 8 because they all plug into each other. This is showing that it's a plug-in. Okay, this is the plug-in. I'm going to show you. Do I have a color? Yes, I got a color right over here. This plugs in over here. This plugs in over here. This, well, I always seem to break that pencil. Maybe because I had to use a different color. Just showing you the artwork. Only what the mind can see, what can be understood, how can it work. If I didn't understand that there was a concept to this, I wouldn't do it. I don't know what the concept is yet. Okay, but I'm piecing them and linking them together right now. And you see what the hexagon has to. Remember, in the bee's nest, you need a connector. Okay, so how does all this link? What links up here? Well, if you take a different marker to this and just count this as the Y letter and count this as the Y letter, right? And then at the same time, we'll count this as the Y letter and we'll count this as the Y letter and we put Y and Y together, Y and Y together. And when you put Y and Y together, they remind me of 25 and 27, 7 and 9. We can have the two eyes over here, the input and the output of whatever the structure is. How else can I mark these? Can I mark green eyes? Can I mark green eyes on this? A little bit more blue, eh? I like the blue on the outside. I like these blues. So this is what this becomes. And then we can't just finish it there. We have to understand that there's a whole shape to this. And this is where you have to understand that if I put this and this close together, if I put these two close together, okay, if I first have a square, okay, I can either put these two close together, keeping these further apart, or I can keep these two close together, okay? When you're talking about the 6, number 6, when you have 3 points, 1, 2, 3, you'll have one on the outside of each, one on the outside of each, one on the outside of each. Once you have that, you get rid of this one, you get rid of this one, but you keep this one, because this one is going to be used as your main entrance. Automatic, 6 becomes 7 and 8. This crossing over here and the crossing over here. A and A will come together. A and A will come together. This is the way the design has to be through the art. The way I make it up, because I understand it. The question is, what is this going to be? Because there's another answer to this. I'm going to show you one. So we see the K, right? Do we only see the K? You see the opening mouth over here? At the same time, you see the K. If this design was made a little bit bigger, how can I do this? How can I do this? Because at the same time, I want to keep an open mind to this, okay? At the same time, I want to keep an open mind to this. It becomes the R letter, right? It becomes the R letter. We don't need to close this up because it's standing on it. This is the pipe. This is standing on it. This is the way it becomes. So now we keep it. Now the question is, okay, since it's the R letter, depending on how you color it in, right? If I color it in with the blue, which is the bones, you would count that as one thing. Writing on the bones, okay, is the skeleton. Although this is the center, it is the skeleton of the balance. On the outside creates the K right over here. It also looks like Gimel in the flag. I'm not quite sure if you're really understanding what I'm trying to say. Is that when I color this in over here, okay, I'm coloring, if you're in the lake, you're red. If you're the border of the lake, right, you're blue, okay? And this is basically the way that other design. Now, if you want to see one more design, okay, the secondary design is when you split these apart like this, okay, what tends to happen is now you want to separate these apart. Sorry, it has to be designed like this, right? Now, when you separate these apart, okay, what you end up with, okay, is now 8 corners. I didn't draw this hexagon properly, but we have 8 corners, the hexagon and the stop, all because of separation, creating 3 and 2 in the center, 3 and 2, igniting 1, 2, and 3, like the 5 card, and then 1 and 2. These, right, one of them can be connected this way. The other one will be connected this way. That's the way it has to be. It can't be both. This side or the other side. This way or this way. And to continue on to the story, okay, we have to understand what we can build from the story. But we have no area. We cannot bring a point into this ship because there is no point. But we can bring a point over here because there is a center to the ship over here. Over here's a flat. Over here's a point. Where that will be on the Earth, how it is, I don't know. Is this the flat part of it? Because there is no point. You can't, because it's going to become square in between this. So these are all the questions. When you're doing art, you have to understand the way it goes together. See that circle of Japan? That's exactly what it means. It shows all the doorways inside of this design. Here I was able to go up and down because I went up and down to the other side, and the French call this a circumflex, showing two sides. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus, pieces and puzzles and bubbles. Let's put it together. Thank you for watching this video.